I've heard a lot of people say things about setting dates for the rapture. And of course, we know no one knows the day or the hour. And I'm always clear to say that in all my videos. But I also love to prove that the rapture could happen on any number of different days. So far, in my various videos and email devotionals, I've proved that the rapture could happen at Passover. I've proven that it could happen on Yom Kippur, that it could happen on Rosh Hashanah, that it could happen on the Feast of Tabernacles. And it could happen on all those days and it would be totally scriptural. But the truth of the matter is, it won't happen on any of those days, any of those uh, Jewish feasts. It won't happen on those days. The reason we know that is it says no one knows the day or the hour. And the key to that is in Matthew 24, Jesus said, no one knows the day or hour, not even the Son, but only the Father. See, if the Son knew, he'd be obligated to tell us because we're the body of Christ. We're the body of Christ on this earth. If the head knows, he always transfers the data on to the body. The body all knows and understands the data that is passed on by the head, which is Jesus Christ. So, and the fact that we see in Matthew 25, in the parable of the virgins, and it says that the virgins didn't even know. And that was when it happens, when the rapture happens. The 10 virgins are a parallel of the church, and they don't know. They're slumbering, and it says that the bridegroom's delayed. It doesn't say how long he's delayed, but he is delayed. And they're up, and then it says at midnight the cry goes out and the bridegroom is coming, and then they trim their lamps and he's still not there yet. And of course the 5 virgins who didn't have any oil, they had to leave and go find a place to buy oil, and they thought they'd have time to come back before the bridegroom came, and they didn't. He came while they were gone. So still nobody knew the day or hour, even in the parable Jesus told. And the fact that the Father knows and didn't tell the Son means that it's not going to be passed on to the church. And and the truth of the matter is, the church is not going to know. The rapture is going to happen on a day and hour we do not know. But the date setters are doing a great service for God. You know that Satan doesn't know when the rapture is going to happen, but he knows that it's going to happen. Satan knows that the rapture is going to happen because it's a biblical thing. And of course, Satan quoted the Bible to Jesus. Satan quoted the Bible many times. And you know that Satan knows the Bible because he has to twist it. So, where does Satan get his knowledge of the Bible? He gets it from 2 different sources. He gets it from the Illuminati sources and the Masons who study the Bible for corrupt reasons. And if you don't believe they exist, oh, they do. And then there's Christians. Christians study the Bible, and we understand it because we want to know what it says. And we're supposed to be watching for the coming of the Lord. So the fact that we're supposed to be watching means, hey, we're supposed to be looking for, could this be the time? And of course, we will know the season. Even though we don't know the day or the hour, we do know the season. The 5 virgins who had the oil and the 5 who didn't, all of them understood that that was the season where the bridegroom was coming. They'd gone out to meet the bridegroom. So that was the season of the rapture that was talking about, is in Matthew 25. It was the season of the rapture. And those virgins all understood that this was the season of the rapture. The bridegroom was coming, but they didn't know the day or the hour. And that's how it's going to be for us. We're not going to know the day or the hour, but we're in the season. And Satan doesn't know the day or the hour either. He just knows we're in the season as well. So the fact that Satan doesn't know means that all these date setters, these people that have set dates and said that, well, this is when it's going to happen, period, the end. Well, they're actually doing God a service because they're throwing confusion into the enemy's camp. They're actually, because Satan, you could see he was convinced that September 23rd was going to be the rapture. He was absolutely convinced, because look at all the things that Obama was doing, meeting with the Pope, the United Nations Assembly and all that. And there was a lot of things going on where it looked like the Illuminati and and all those who were in power, they were all depending on the fact that the rapture was going to happen sometime around September 23rd. And of course, when it didn't, that threw a monkey wrench into their plans. Why? Because the church has authority over Satan. The church has authority over Satan. And that fact is what's the most important thing, because Satan knows he can't take over till the church is gone. The church has to be removed before he can take over. So don't give the date setters a hard time, because those people who set the dates, they're actually doing a service for God. They're actually throwing off the enemy. And even though they don't intend that, they probably intend for, they have different reasons for doing what they do. But they're just watching. They're just watching for the coming of the Lord, like we're all supposed to. And if they state things that they shouldn't, well, at the same time, God is working it together for good. God works all things together for good for those who love Him. I just wanted to say that so that don't be too hard on the people who set dates, because those people mean well, and not only do they mean well, but what they're doing is being used for good. But we're not going to know the day or the hour, and that's the main point.